fan going berserk. Lord, help. Okay, the fan. My fan going crazy. My fan going crazy. What the hell? Okay. I gotta do some work on my fan. Let's get it low. Come on in live. Come into the live. It ain't working out at all? What? What? Let's see. I'm gonna turn the light on for this one. Okay, there you go. Yeah, my whole fan broke now. My little extra fan. Oh, doggy shit. Good noise making. What in the what? It didn't make no noise. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Okay. Little malfunction on the fan. Little malfunction. Good morning. I don't know who's woke, but if you are, I will call this the early morning hours. Early morning hours with the BedSpread Chronicles. Early morning. I just woke up, so I just wanted to go live. I just woke up. Early morning chronicles with the BedSpread Chronicles. So I'm gonna let you hear something wise. I get up and get my coffee because it's almost, no, it's not coffee time yet. Gotta wait till 4:30 or 5. Welcome into the chat. Thumbs up the live if you woke, if you woke. If you woke, we could talk about how we need to get to sleep, huh? If you ain't working. If you're working, you might be getting up, going to work. That's why you might be in line, because you're getting up, going to work. But if you ain't doing that and you ain't sleep, then we need to talk about how to sleep at nighttime, which I'm figuring out. Welcome into the live. Welcome into the live. Happy Saturday. We had so many people that graduated today here in the Shy. So many proms. So many things of that nature that was going on. It's just been a busy day. And then I have a grandbaby that's graduating, so just trying to get her situated and up above the rest. Up above, not the rest, but up above. You know what I'm saying? Just get her situated. Yeah, so welcome into live. We got 15 people that's watching. Could you please thumbs it up? Leave a comment. Come on into live. Happy Saturday morning. Hopefully you got a prom to go to, a graduation, or you celebrating somebody that's doing something right with their lives. You know what I'm saying? Besides the internet. Besides that, because there's so much other stuff that takes place besides the internet. And it's dark in here because I'm in dark. Okay, it's dark in here because I'm kind of in the dark. And we have people. I talked to my granddaughter today. Let me mute this TV real quick. I talked to my granddaughter about hospitality and caregiving. Not caretaking, but caregiving. Being a caregiver or hospitality. That means a lot in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Our lives with a capital S. Okay, our lives. People are so just non-focused on what simple life is about. How to just say thank you, bless you, you're welcome, small things of that nature. People rather say something ignorant to you than something that's make sense, huh? And I'm from an old school, but still, that will never play out. It'll get you far in life. That's what I talked to her about. Just hospitality. I asked her what it meant. She had to look it up first. So I said, what is your definition of hospitality? She said, treating people nice when they come to your house. She just cut it short like that. That's just not all hospitality is. Hospitality is if I come into your life, if I come into your house, if I come into anywhere you are, I'm going to treat you as a human being, huh? Period. If I don't have anything good to say, let me just back on out. Let me back out. And that's just not even internet. Internet is just gonna be what it is. But just basic hospitality is when, because younger people seem to think that older their parents and things or their grandparents owe them something, and that's not the legitimate reason for hospitality in the first place. I let you in my house because I love you. Okay, I love you first of all. So, love is kind of like hospitality. So if you don't have love, back on out the chat. You know what I'm saying? Back up out here because you ain't gonna never understand it no way. People hate their grandma, their mama, their daddy. You hate people you don't even know on YouTube. Okay, so hospitality is very important. It's just respecting like somebody who or understanding what hospitality really is. Hospitality is I let you in my house. I don't treat you bad. I feed you. Whatever it is, your needs are met. That's hospitality to me. People know very little about hospitality. And then caregiving, not caretaking, caregiving. Just giving some care back to somebody who might have gave some care to your funky ass, huh? Been able to do something for them. They don't have to ask you to do a certain thing in their house. You just do it. Or you ask them, do they need it? That's caregiving. That's caregiving. Like I've been at this person's house. I'm lamping around here. Do I need to ask you, what do you need help with? Huh? That's caregiving. Caretaking is something totally different. You taking care of somebody. So just teaching our youngins the right way to go. Man, we don't teach our youngins, period. We don't teach them shit. That's why they entitled, rude, killers, and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't teach them the basics of what we knew the generations before. Because either the generation before they didn't listen, okay? They didn't listen, they ain't learned shit. They, gay pride, woo up the band, whatever it is, everything else came into play to distract. But basic hospitality, basic caregiving, not caretaking, caregiving will take you a long way. Because when you caregive for somebody, that means you can clean somebody's bathroom, huh? But then the young person, yeah, I ain't cleaning nobody's bathroom. You might not never make it in life, huh? You might not never make it in life. But it teaches you basic skills, caregiving. And that's giving a care about somebody else besides yourself, okay? To me. Johnny B says Chicago and simple life don't go together. It's a dream. I think it still could, well, maybe not, maybe need to get out of Chicago to do a little simple life, Johnny, but yeah, it is what it is. But then have some values and some morals about yourself. If you have like certain basic values and morals about yourself, then that's a good thing as well too. That helps a lot because it might teach you something, your children something, somebody else something. It teaches, it educates, it continues on. Just like if I just woke up, shit, which I doubt, but you never know these days, and landed in a deserted land. How am I going to eat? I'm not used to catching animals, cleaning fish, doing basic skill stuff, caregiving or taking care of myself. Shit, be done died out there in that land. You know what I'm saying? So learn how to do it while you got a place to do it at. Just that each one don't teach one anymore. It doesn't mean anything anymore, you know. So we walk around. We gonna change generations because my mom used to tell me like, "What you telling me? You know, I've been I done that." I'm like, "No, you haven't." But yes, she had. She had experienced it in some type, form, or fashion, huh? She knew how to say no. Like, come on, girl, come on down here. You know, take a drink with us. She's like, okay, I'll be right there. She knew how to handle situations, huh? What these young people don't even know how to handle anymore because there's nobody teaching nothing. There's nobody giving them anything on hospitality, anything on caregiving, being able to give a care about somebody else. That's the care I'm talking about. I ain't talking about taking care of wiping nobody's ass or nothing like that. I'm just talking about caregiving, giving care. People do not have to do nothing for you, period, in this lifetime. Once you get like 16, if you get that, because people get abandoned and thrown by the road at baby's age, huh? Shit, when they 5 years old, I was out there on the street by myself. You know what I'm saying? But this is not, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about a generation that has had grandmas, has had mamas, you know, has had a history. Take something from that. You know what I'm saying? Please, I beg you, take something from it. Because we coming at end times, baby, end times. Hey, Amira, hey, baby. I can't sleep either. I just woke up. I just woke up. Good morning. Good morning. And hospitality and caregiving was on my mind. Caregiving. I talked to my granddaughter about that. Miss Elmira. I talked to her about, you know, just hospitality. You know, this like young people think you're supposed to let them do whatever they want to do. They do anything they want to do online because they can't be seen. They can't be caught by the collar, huh? And choked up. Okay. They can't be choked up by the collar. But I got a very respectful granddaughter. So I asked her the question, you know, about hospitality and caregiving, and then what was her understanding of that, because that's so important. We don't have that anymore. People so selfish, man. People so, man, hard-headed, stiff-necked. But you can be that when you want to. When the fire get on your butt, you be caught trying to call the name out. Jesus, Jesus. Child, be trying to call a name out on them. That stiff-neckedness, that hard-headedness. There's some old people that way too, okay? Because we get set in our ways too. But I just put the question out there, you know, about hospitality, huh? Do you even have a house that anybody could come to where you could be hospitable? Huh? Or what does it mean to be in somebody's house that's hospitable to you? I think that that's something you respect. Caregiving. You give a care. That's the kind of care I'm talking about. I ain't talking about taking care of nobody. But then you might have to learn how to care give. You know, like I don't have to ask you to do anything in my house. You just do it. We beyond those days, huh? We have day to wash the dishes. It's somebody week to wash the dishes. Now it's just, you know, it's just different. So I think that's gonna be the name of my chat. You know, differences. The differences of us all. You know, but you need to teach your youngins and oldens. You should have taught your oldens already hospitality. You know, my son understands. He knows how to clean up. He knows how I am. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we each one teach one, more or less. Each one teach one. How's I'm gonna teach you and I'm study 5? Each one teach one. and pray for everything else under that. Period. If you're not teaching nobody, you're not caring about nobody but yourself, then you're not learning anything. To me, that's just to me. And people get behind these screens and say any old darn thing, stupid shit. That shows me where the mind of people are at. It kind of lets me know, it gives me a temperature of where the minds out of people when they put stupid stuff in the chat. Don't relate to nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to delete you, not going to do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Unless it gets too bad. But all the ignorance, I just pray that you will learn hospitality and caregiving. Learn how to give a care. Learn how to give a care about somebody else. Because you never know what somebody else going through, huh? Laugh now, cry later, baby. For real, for real. Laugh now, cry later. But hospitality is something that I think we all should know about, because if somebody not staying with you, you staying with somebody, or on the street one. Either three. It's only three things. You staying with somebody, they staying with you, or you just on the street or in a van, unlike everybody else on a van. Shit. But if somebody allows you hospitality, understand what it really is, huh? If somebody allows you to be in their life, for you to care for them, to even care for them, I think that's a big thing. You should understand that. Not caretaking, just giving care, giving a care. If I care for you, act like you care for me. But then some people don't, I guess. It is what it is, huh? But hospitality is a must for me. You're not coming to my house. You're not going to come into my house and be smelly, messy, making a mess in my house, making a mess outside my house, do anything you want in my house, and then expect respect, huh? You must be out your rabbit ass, man. I don't play those type of games. With children, I'm gonna teach you as a child. So once you get an adult, we ain't gonna have to discuss that no more, huh? Hey, we ain't gonna have to discuss it no more. So I'm gonna lay my game down about hospitality. So if I let you in my house, I share my most intimate parts of my life with anybody. Have some respect for that. Keep my place clean. Keep yourself clean. Keep it just like you saw it, huh? If you didn't see no dishes in the sink when you went in there, one none supposed to be in there when you left out. If the bathroom didn't have piss on the toilet when you came out of there, don't have piss on the toilet when you come out. If you shower when the tub is dirty, it supposed to be if you shower when the tub is clean, if it's dirty when you come out, clean it out right then and now. Right then now. Right then now. Do that part. That's respect and hospitality, huh? And see, I'm not finna let nobody disrespect my hospitality unless I can't do it no more myself. Okay, then I will hire somebody to do it for me. Okay, hire whatever it is I need done. I don't need no messy people around me. No messy folk. Don't have a idea what hospitality is. Don't have an idea of what uh care, being a care, not a caretaker, but a caring person, huh? All I'm doing is sucking your energy dry. I want to suck everybody's energy dry. That's not the way we live. And then to teach a child like that is even worse. You know, to show that. I try to show the opposite. I worked all my life. I've done things that's productive I did volunteer work, huh? I did free work. So to teach that to a child or somebody who's younger, will help them be better. It'll help them care more. They'll be more careful. Mm. But to be a bum, a scum all your life, child, bad. It does you no good. What did you got to live off of? And I do not want my grandchildren nor my children that I have to be that way. Please, Jesus, don't let them be that way. I might sound judgmental right now, but I'm just telling the truth. Okay. It said train a child the way they should go. When they get old, they won't turn from it. And that's what you have to do. But then if you don't know no better, because there's some out here like that too. If you don't know no better, how could you teach somebody else better? Little squashy situation, little squishy situation right there. If you don't know no better, how could you teach somebody else better? Well, you can learn from your experiences how people have treated you through your journey in life, especially if you're old. Well, let me see. So-and-so had did this for me. They was nice to me. They showed me hospitality. They showed me care. Then I could ride off that boat. I could ride off that boat because it seems like a good boat to ride off of. Since they let me stay in their house. I'm gonna keep it clean. I'm not gonna treat it bad. I'm not gonna treat them bad. I'm gonna do the right thing, huh? That's in light of a hospitality person. You ain't gonna have to sleep all day in my house and then have it all messy, junky, or just lapping around. And I can see if you're a child now. That's who we teach it now. That's who we teach that. If you're an old mug, then you need to know that, and you need to know it. If you didn't grow up with it, you need to know it by your experience in life, how people treated you, huh? If people treated you well, if they're giving you something, act like it. Act like it. Because people seem like that man going feeble these days. The devil is a lie. Shit. Shit, bad. We all just passing through this thing. We all just passing through this in life. So for me and my household, I want to do the best we could do at the rate we can do it, huh? The best we could do at the rate we can do it. If God will us to have strength, you're not crippled, you're not in a wheelchair, nothing like that, knock on wood on that one. Where's my wood at? Knock on it. Get yourself ready. Do something with yourself. Do something with yourself. Wherever you stand with, do something, huh? They shouldn't have to tell you nothing to do. Do it. If God allows somebody to care for you when you down, be the same way. Shoot. He now realize somebody to care for you. Be that way. Be that way. People always begging on this app, bumming on this app, doing too much stuff on this app, and then you make it out of shit. You make it out of shit. Like F you. What does that teach our youngins? Nothing. And we ain't had no phone growing up, so we couldn't even be on this type of stuff. They're not being taught anything, Miss Myra. Nothing. No respect for themselves or for any. Come on, somebody. And I'm still trying that one before I go, because they say train a child. I don't know if a child is shit. I don't know, but I know a child ain't no 50 something. You know what I'm saying? A child ain't 54. A child ain't 40 nothing. I say a child is like from 1 to 30. Okay, at 30, it should be ingrained in you, or you could see what somebody does, and then if you don't, you can see how people have treated you or how you want to be treated. You know it don't feel good. Train a child the way they should go. When they get old, they won't turn from it. But you old already if you 58, 52, 55. Shit. You ain't gonna be learnable. You ain't gonna be able to learn nothing. You ain't gonna be able to learn nothing. You ain't gonna learn nothing. I can't see my pantaloons. Pantaloons. I'm still here. Just had to take a quick bathroom break. Everything falling apart right now. Okay. But I'm online. It is 4 o'clock in the morning here, Central Standard Time. Hey, Janice. Janice, I feel like waffle and fry and sausage. Janice, I hear you. I might, cause I just had woke up. I went to bed really early. Maybe I'll take my granddaughter out. But she's graduating, so I spent a lot of money on her already. I feel a little like I'm being used. Okay, I feel a little abused. I might take myself out though, cause she got her brother graduating too. Yeah, bro, that sounds good. Little waffles, a little chicken, little fried chicken and waffles. This phone won't stay up. I don't know if this tripod. But this is BedSpread Chronicles. Thank you for the 9 thumbs up. Thank you for the people who are in the chat. I talked about hospitality, and it leads to so many things. The people who we deal with, I find the senior generation now is dealing with people and folk. That's people and folk. Somebody rung my bell today. Somebody rung the darn bell. Tell me some. I said, who is it? They said, look, I'm the girl downstairs, granddaughter. Daughter, and I want to get my bike. Look, you think I responded back? No. I'm sorry. If that's your mama down there, you need to call her before you come so you get your bike, okay? And she sounded like an old ass lady. She. So when I went outside, it was one of them e-bikes in front of the gate and broken glass. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm trying to manage stuff in my home, in my own house. Period. Mm-mm. If that's your mama, then she should know you was coming. Okay. Kid poo. Shit, these people got too many games they play. It's too much going on. I don't want to hoot nobody. I don't want to hoot nobody out. Mm-mm. I don't want to hoot them out. Now my phone keeps falling. It's like tripod. Tripod. The top of the morning to everybody. I'm not gonna kick up dust too much longer. I just want to come on here and talk about, how we're not raising, and how the ones who are trying to raise, where the kid's mind at. Like I had to tell my granddaughter that, you're gonna, because she stays here with me. You're not gonna stay in that room and watch that phone all day. I'm so sorry. It's not that type of party. And I made her do some homework with me. Like, what is hospitality? What is this? What is that? What do you feel about this? What do you feel about that? Do you know anything about this? Do you know anything about that? So we talked about a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's the least I could do. Shit, maybe she'll remember. They said train them the way they should go. I don't know who's around you, or who you got, who around you, or who you around. But it just pays to treat people better, huh? Do better, do better, do better. At this age here, and my age right here, I would not live off anybody else. Damn, this damn thing won't stay up. Hold on. I would not live off anybody else and expect them to take full care of my grown ass. I would not. I just wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, Unless I couldn't do it, unless I really was disabled or something like that, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. You know. I wouldn't have nobody doing things for me I can do for myself. And that's just who I am. So we want to teach our children, grandchildren, if you even had any access to them. We want to teach them that. And some people don't have access to them, and then they're by themselves. So, I just never want to be to a point where, and then if I am, that's God's will. We all got to, I talked to my friend today, because we all got to come through life. We all get passing through. We just passing through. We all got to pass through this thing. young, old, in between. We all got to pass through this thing called life, and you want to just live the best way you could. The most honest way you could. I'm not gonna curse nobody to hell. I'm not gonna do none of that. Period. I'm just not on that page. I'm just not. I would never. I would never. Because the shit might happen to you. Okay. Why you trying to curse somebody else? It could be you. It should have been you. It could have been you. Hey, little mommy, you woke early too. Thank you, little mommy. I love you. Turn my light on for a minute. Because I can't see nothing, child. Nothing. Nothing. BedSpread Chronicles in the house. Little mommy, I don't know. Little mommy, it's probably a little early down there where you at, down there in the zonas. It's finna be daytime. It's 4 o'clock, 4:03 right now. Uh, I don't know who got the kids. The kids, they got the kids. They got the kids. And these kids sometimes only call because they want something. I could tell you this, and I could honestly say this on my own. I never called my grandma for nothing, huh? I never called my grandma for nothing. I never knew what my mama got. I didn't never know about no income tax time. I didn't even know about income tax, Miss Elmira. Taxes, shit. Child, my mom and them had worked for me and fed me and helped, kept me. Shit, I ain't know about that. Now these kids, when you getting your taxes. How dare you ask me about some taxes? Shit changed. Yeah, Miss Elmira. Period, Pooh. Period. 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 You ain't never know about no darn taxes. Try bad. We went in, and then the kids got the nerve to ask us, when you getting your taxes? Like, who was you? You didn't work the job I did. Hmm? Look, I done took care of y'all all these years. And then some of them I ain't took care of, and they still be telling me, around tax time, did you get your taxes? The nerve, the audacity, the gall, child. You got it twisted, baby. You got it twisted up. Mm-mm. So, what you gonna give me for my taxes? Nah. Gonna be none of that. Them my taxes. Them mine. Them mine. Them mine. That's the little money I get back from taking care of you. If I done that. Yeah, so life is it, like I always say, it's nothing constant but change. That's on the real. Hmm? I ain't lying. My mom used to tell me, Miss Elmira, that when I smoke weed, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I'm like, oh, she ain't never smoked no weed. Gee, what she talking about? She probably had a few offered to smoke some, but she ain't smoke it. Shit. You don't know what I was going through. But I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You ain't slick. But man, I don't know. Maybe she hit it once or twice. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Jesus drunk the wine, huh? So I don't know. But you can't drink too much. That should be silly. Silly in the head. Gotta keep it somewhere clean. I can say this about myself. I can pat myself on the back because my friend told me at a job a long time ago. He said, if nobody don't pat you on your back, pat yourself on the back, huh? Pat yourself sometime on the back on the things you have done. And I have raised three generations. Hold on, four. It's coming up on four because I got some great grandkids. I got a couple of them out here. I ain't raised them, but they be around. I don't be. I'm kind of tired now. But I done raised three for sure. Three generations, huh? Shit, and that's including my elder sisters and brothers. Shit, shit. I was there for their age, to be the mama. Well, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? What am I do? Do you got this? So the generation before me, my own generation, my children, and my grandchildren, huh? And only God made that thing possible that I was able to do it. I'm not gonna get on this internet making no fool of myself, you know. But then people live different. I was told by a friend, you know, just like, you know, going through a lot of things right now, spend a lot of money. My granddaughter's graduating. I make sure my baby is pretty and all that stuff because her mom is not able to do it. Okay, I'll just say it like that. Not able. So, you know, Granny takes up the slack because that's my son's daughter. Doing the right thing for the right reason. Not asking nobody out. I got my hand out all the time. Here I go. Here I go. On the YouTube. Huh. Give me, give me, give me. People ain't got it. Shit, food costs a lot. These mukbangers is half mukbanging. These mukbangers ain't even mukbanging. They be complaining about the prices. Yes, food has went up. Everything has went up. Everything we do has went up. Insurance. I carry life insurance for a lot of people. I carry my own insurances for my car, my house, my apartment, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It costs a lot. So you teach people value in that so they may understand it because people don't understand until it's just gone, until they ain't no more. Like I told my granddaughter, don't be over here screaming and hollering over me. Don't be over here, don't do that. Mm-mm. Do what I taught you to do. Do some of the things I taught you. Be honest. You know what I'm saying? Be wise about your decisions. You know, understand hospitality. Understand caregiving. Caregiving, huh? Understand that part. I told her, I said, shit, I'm getting old, shit. Well, I done got old. I ain't getting, I done got. Hmm? Once you're over 55, you done got old. 55, your ass is grass, okay? Your ass is grass. You could go down any minute. You could fall down. Anything could happen, huh? So we take it as it is, and we pray about it. We go to some people go to church, some don't. Some pray, some don't. You know, but you need to live your life right at some point and try to teach somebody else the right thing to do. That's my point. Just teaching somebody else something, you know, how to cook, even if it's how to cook, Miss Amira, you know, how to navigate through life day to day, huh? How to not open your mouth and say nothing crazy on the job, how to work a job, huh? How to go to school. And my grandbaby doing good, you know, but I got like 8 more, you know, so. And those I haven't had the chance to deal with as closely, but I've had the chance to raise another generation. So I got my grandbaby. I've been thinking about her health. You know not eating all this the Burger King and McDonald's and stuff like that. You know, just learn how to take care of your body. You know what I'm saying? Your body lets you know what is going through. You know, take heed to your body. My older sister taught me that. Like, listen to your body because your body will change, huh? So listen to your body sometime. You know, even though sometimes I don't. I smoke a cigarette. You know, smoke me a cigarette. But listen to your body, what it's telling you, huh? Yeah, so everybody got the nerve of this new way of life, Miss Elmira, since you about the only person I know on the YouTube and Janice. Um, this way of life, baby. I think we got some getting used to get to, but then we still got something to give as well. Even if it's somebody who you don't know, it's just the way we act, the way we carry ourselves, what we do, and especially online, because that's all they do is be online all the time. These young folk, especially the way we carry ourselves and do what we do online. We want to do it right. We want to do it to make a impact on somebody. That's a good impact. My channel is not for children, but I know some young people that will watch because they could watch it. Anybody could watch a channel. So I know I'll be out there bad sometime, but sometimes, most of the time I sometimes don't. It's just time to learn a lesson. It's time you're getting older. Leave a legacy that's decent for somebody else. Teach them something. Teach one. That's all I'm saying. That's right. What you call a class, baby? That's right. That's right. Yeah. And then, Miss Amara, be so much going on in your life all at one time, like 20 things. Wow, 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 wow. 20, 30 things. And you still gotta be strong, huh? You still gotta stand your ground. You still gotta do this with the kids. You still gotta do this and that. You know, that's how I know the genes I come from is good genes. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't mistreat. I try to educate, but then I could go there. I could go from 0 to 100 real quick if you push me too far. Then you'll see the real me. But for the basic part, I'm just cooking, showing you some things in life that will help you. Whoever's around me. I got a lot of love in my heart. But I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna ease about this boy real quick. But I just wanted to come on. I thank you guys for the 10 thumbs up. Like I said, be mindful of what you just type in people, like you scrolling up. I don't know if everybody had that scroll up option. I don't use StreamYard. I do not use that application anymore. Like StreamYard is like when people could come on your chat and say what they want to say. I no longer use that because it barely works. And then it's like you have that and YouTube that you're streaming on at the same time. So I understand things about streaming. It's a few things I do understand. And then my grandkids help me. You know what I'm saying? As far as understanding um new media, new stuff, and just that I don't do it because I don't want to. You know, it ain't that I cannot. It's just that I don't want to. So I'm grateful for they help as well as what I give to them. Hopefully they grateful for my help. That's all I'm saying. You know, and when you over 40 now, when you're over 30 now, you need to get yourself together because you got some place to go. And if you weren't born with no twin, you was born by yourself. Cause sometimes people born with twins, but then one be like 2 minutes earlier, 4 minutes before older than you. You know what I'm saying? But if you like, even if you twins and you come out at 40 years old, 4 minutes older than you, get it together. Get together at 40, huh? At 40, get together. Get yourself together. Get yourself together. Get it together. Huh? Or else get some help. That's right, Miss Elmira. That's right. Amen. Amen. A strong black woman, man. Man, period. Period. I'm just gonna say period on that one with an explanation mark, period. Was raised by some strong black women. and the man might have been there but wasn't there. Okay. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So I know that I'm getting older. I pray that I live as long as you, Miss Elmira. You know, um, and we both live way longer than that. 'Cause we could live to we look 90 to 100 or something and be doing our own cooking and stuff, walking slow around the house and stuff. That we be able to do that part. You know what I'm saying? And still give a lesson out. But people just do the weirdest things on this social media stuff. They do too much weird stuff. They say too much weird stuff. They don't understand. I don't know who we dealing with, and we dealing with people who on the other side of the world who just come into your chat, see your live, and then just say something stupid, huh? Say something stupid. I don't know. But then my ass is like, my palms is white. I don't know. Who said that? Gabriel asked. Gabriel. Because God made us that way. Now, how about that? Yeah, yeah. That's yep, yep, yep. Yeah, yeah. You're right, Gabriel. You're absolutely right. A little good in everybody. But then each one teach one. So that was my message. Each one teach one. I'm too blessed to still be here. Yes, you are, baby. And I pray we get a little 99 on their ass, Miss Elmira. Shit, you still typing in the chat. You hear me though? Knock on some wood on that one. Period, Pooh. Period. And it might not be the people who are around you. It might be somebody you meet in the grocery store, just walking down the street. It's all for a reason, huh? I lost people way younger than both of us. Both of us put together. Both of us put together. Mm-mm-mm. Gabriel got a name like me, a Bible name. Gabriel. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, so, you know, um, hospitality. Hospitality is just not, I just suggest that everybody look it up. Hospitality. And how would you expect somebody to come into your house when you giving them hospitality? Would you expect anything? Would you expect nothing? Mm. And being cared for, a caregiver, huh? A caregiver. Don't mean that you give, don't mean that I'm taking care of you, but it means I care about what you do for me. So I'm giving you care. Like I told my granddaughter, I use the example because she gave me her example as well. She's very smart. She's graduating on a 10th. So she said, I told her to hospitality and the caregiver, not caretaker, caregiver. And I explained to her, she explained a caregiver is somebody who take care of somebody else. Not necessarily, kind of, sort of though, because like if I need, like you see me vacuum my room, you see me sweep the floor, mop, wash dishes, whatever the simple things are in life, then you that means that you're a caregiver. You're giving care. You're giving a care, huh? And you're not gonna come in my house like she hasn't been taught like I've been taught. So she might stuff dirty clothes here, there. Well, that's not the way you care give in my house. You care give, clean up behind yourself, huh? Clean up behind yourself. Do that part. You know, I cook for you. You make sure I eat. That's caregiving. That's caregiving. That's caregiving. If I spend money on you, you might spend some money on me sometime. I'm not expecting it, but that might be caregiving. That's giving a care, giving a care about somebody else. People do, man, will mush your ass and will not give a care. Okay, will not give a care. So with that, I'm going to log off. That was what I was talking about. I just woke up and the birds are tweeting outside my window. They wake me up every morning. I'm grateful to be able to hear them, but they get on my last nerve. Um, this weekend is like prom week. Well, this week is prom week for a lot of people in the Shy. It's graduation, which my granddaughter's graduating. I will be posting maybe some pictures, maybe not. I don't know. Um, but my baby is ready. She's ready for her day, and I want her to show the same kindness. Just learn. She no thank you, bless God bless you. When people sneeze, things of that nature. This is small things in life. People don't even know that. They so lost. I'll just say lost in the sauce. Lost in the sauce. When people get on your chat and say any old thing, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You give respect, you get it. If you care for somebody else, maybe they'll care for you. Huh? If you give hospitality to somebody else besides your own family, maybe they'll give you hospitable behavior when they get in your house. Or maybe they'll give you hospitable behavior if you need to live with them. Huh? I'm just saying. So those are things we need to keep in mind. Thank you, Miss Elmira, for coming in. Thank you, Janice, for coming in. Thank you, everybody else, for coming in. Thank you for thumbsing up the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm finna get off. Peace and blessings. Have a happy Saturday morning. Peace.